How great is that? Man, this is kind of a surreal moment. This is the first clip that I'm taking for our new YouTube channel. Fittingly, I have my OG Turtle Room shirt on. I used to make YouTube videos for the Turtle Room, man, over a decade ago now. And that's kind of how I got started with any type of media for, you know, turtles, trying to get the word out there. Something I used to do a lot. Right now I am heading to the greenhouse. I'm going to do some chores today out here, going to drain a couple of ponds, fill a couple of ponds, and it's really hard to focus on the chores that I need to do at this very moment because we got some really crazy stuff going on here. It's been a really busy several weeks and I've got all sorts of eggs that are hatching. So while I'm out here, I'm going to show you one or two of the new moms and then go downstairs to show you some of their babies. So right now we're just working on draining some ponds, putting some new water in. We've got some that have not been done yet, and just working basically here in the greenhouse, trying to get some stuff done. I'll give you a better view of what the greenhouse is later, but for now, just working on some general upkeep. And like I said, I'm so excited that I just can't contain it. This enclosure is a bit of a slice of Florida. We've got Florida box turtles, of course, so you can see the very beautiful inhabitants of this habitat, but then also sprinkled in there are a few striped mud turtles, which are also from Florida in addition to some other states. So they do really well in here, and we've gotten record production this year out of both species. That's what you get for messing around, bud. You changed the water out, put in new cold water, and you got all excited and couldn't leave the ladies alone. It's funny how turtles do that. A lot of them do. A lot of different species from different parts of the world. When things change, they get all excited, and for some reason that just makes them a little interested in the opposite sex. Perhaps even more than usual. Just gonna let him hang out and think about what he did. This is a male Cohelan box turtle, which is from a very small range in Mexico. It's one of the most endangered turtles on the planet. This is a male, a captive bred male, and he just became a father for the first time with the production of a beautiful captive bred and hatched little hatchling, and there's more eggs in the incubator, so hopefully that's just the start. But you see they look very happy here in the new greenhouse. All right, this is a little bit crazy, but I'm going in. Here goes nothing. Oh, I just hit my head. Woo! I'm looking for the big, we have a couple different female Cora cyclornata, which is a new species that was just described in 2006. There's a new subspecies as well, Anamitica, that was described just in 2017. And we have one of those animals in here, and she is absolutely gorgeous. I could just see a head poking out right there. Two heads, actually. I believe that's the male and one of the females. Let me see if this is the big mama. No, this is a pretty one that we have. It's growing up. And then we got the big one is actually over here. I could feel her. Look at that turtle. Whoa. She is absolutely massive and gorgeous, and most importantly, she just, for the first time, became a mother when her baby hatched. Babies, actually there's 3 that are out of the egg now. So I'm gonna take you down to the turtle basement and we're gonna take a look at her offspring. I just can't tell you what this means to me, This is a species that I really love. This was synonymous up until 2006 with the golden coin turtle, which is obviously a fan favorite, thought to have medicinal purposes from folks who believe in that traditional Chinese medicine. And these larger specimens from Vietnam were split by our friends Torsten Blanc, Bill McCord. Also Lee was involved with that. So that was important because basically it meant that most of these animals in captivity are now mixed, because people have been breeding these for a really long time before they were actually split in 2006, and then again split even more subspecifically in 2017. So that's kind of had an impact on the populations that we have. But this is definitely a cyclornata and definitely a gorgeous animal. She's also captive bred herself, so that means that her offspring are at least F2, second generation captive bred. So I can't wait to take you downstairs and show them to you. Let's get out of here now. Yeesh. So this should give you a good idea of how we keep our babies, our neonates, our young animals. You see how feisty these are? Some of these animals haven't even eaten yet. That's how fresh they are out of the egg. But I want to show you a clip of the ones that we were just looking at up in the greenhouse. First we have the striped mud turtle, Florida favorite. We've only hatched one so far, but we've got about 30 eggs. In here, the next box are the Vietnamese 3-lined box turtles. Those are the ones that were just split off recently in recent years from golden coin turtles. They're the larger version. Next we have the Florida box turtles. These little babies, their father was the gentleman on his back just a few minutes ago. And then in here you can't really see it, but that's where the Coquillon box turtle is. So I'm going to give you a look at all these right now. The Florida box turtle is a fan favorite as well. Aptly named, this species is endemic to, you guessed it, Florida. And they'll end up having a nice star pattern like star tortoises and spider tortoises have, but that won't come in just yet. As adults and as juveniles, you'll see that pattern, but right now it is just a cute baby. This is the first time that we've ever hatched these as well. This little guy and his or her clutch mate is the first time that we've ever produced one of these. The striped mud turtle, Florida favorite. They range all the way up to about Virginia. There's also some reports of population in North Carolina. This is a very small species. This is also a locality that stays even smaller. Adult females about 3 inches at most usually, and they're beautiful. They generally turn a blonde color as they grow. This one's already starting to look like it will. They start off black when they just come out of the egg. This one was hatched just a few weeks ago, and as you can see, it is large and in charge, ready to take on the world. This is a Coquillon box turtle, one of the rarest animals on the planet. Only a couple of thousand of these left. They come from Cuatro Ciénegas in Mexico, and they are protected by the Endangered Species Act, meaning that these cannot be sold across state lines. They cannot cross state lines for commerce purposes. They can be gifted, which is how we originally got ours from Chris Leone at Garden State Tortoise. And this is the first time that we produce these as well. You see this one's got a little aberrant scute pattern on its back, on its carapace. It's not normal, but it'll just make it easy to tell it apart from the animals that it ends up living with. And then lastly, this is Cora cyclornata. You met this turtle's mother, that huge turtle outside, the big, beautiful golden coin turtle, which again has now been split off and is its own species as of 2006. And you see this is just an absolutely gorgeous hatchling with beautiful orange coloration, and it's going to be a big turtle just like mom. So if you like big turtles, these might be something worth considering. There's not many of these at all in the US, especially not ones that are actual pure cyclornata. So I'm just overjoyed that we were able to actually produce this animal. It's a very important animal, and one that will hopefully go on to do exactly what its mom just did. How great is that?
Hit subscribe and Join the crew. Just Turtles. There's always something new.